Hello fellow duelists, this is Shadow of the Moon and welcome to a new deck profile, a new Blackwing variant deck profile of June of 2025. And this deck is going to be just pure Blackwings, but it's going to be called Budget Blackwings. So it's called Budget Blackwings and it's called Casual Blackwings because this deck has the most minimal amount of hand traps in here. It's meant to really show you how to play the Blackwing archetype, and honestly, I actually really enjoy it because, you know, every now and again, I just want to bust out a Blackwing deck, bust out something that isn't too difficult to pilot, something that if I'm tired, I get home from work or something, or if, like, you know, I'm just tired at nighttime and I'm playing cards and stuff and I actually want to do that. I want to be able to play against a deck or play with a deck that, you know, might just be just kind of like a friendly deck. It's a casual deck, something really fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and with that, let's go ahead and get on into the deck profile. So the first is 3 Simoons. These are standard, obviously, the 3 Simoons. 3 Sudris. These are standard as well. 3 Shamals. These are standard as well. In this deck, I'm actually maxing out Shamals, and I'm going to be playing 2 Black Feather Whirlwinds. This deck is meant to have more Blackwings. It has a total of 20 Blackwings in here for Simoon. Easy access. It's got triple Black Whirlwind and double Black Feather Whirlwind, as well as the 2 traps that are actually in here. This deck, like I said before, is meant to be very casual, fun, and just, you know, something overall. If you don't feel like, you know, if you don't feel like using Caliga or Centaurian or Bestial Blackwings, or if you don't feel like using you know, Fiendsmith Blackwings or Allure Blackwings or any of those. If you just want a pure Blackwing deck, something just fun, straight out of the gate, this deck is going to be for you. So 3 Vadas, and then actually I'm playing 3 Chinook because I like Chinook. You could play 1 Chris and 1 Bora, but because I'm not using Exceed monsters in this deck, there's really no point. This makes it to where I can max out my hand traps. I can actually add another one from my deck to my hand if I want one. And then for the other ones, we're going to be playing Zonda. You got 1 Zonda, 1 Zephyros the Elite, 1 Gale, he's my boy, 1 Hammerton, 1 Sharinga, and that rounds it up to 20, and then your small world bridge, which is going to be Assault Synchron. And then that's going to be it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells and traps. You've got triple Black Whirlwind. Like I said, you do not have to play these ratios. This is just meant to be fun. It's a casual deck. It's a way to get people into Blackwings, and it's very, very budget friendly. Minus the hand traps that are in here, deck's only going to cost you about $20, maybe $30 max. And I'm going to show you in a second why. And I've got 2 Black Feather Whirlwinds. You can run 3 if you want, but 2 is pretty, you know, pretty basic. You got 3 Small World. This is for your bridging, so you can see more of your Blackwings if you need to. 1 Pot of Prosperity, because you can only run 1 of the deck. And then lastly, I've got 1 Twin Shadow and 1 Blackbird Close. So Twin Shadow is good if I want to actually use the Silverwind route and I want to be able to pop 2 cards on their field. And then Blackbird Close is actually pretty good because Blackbird Close, you tribute a Blackwing monster, you negate an opponent's monster's effect, destroys it, and if you have a Blackwing Dragon in your extra deck, you can special summon it. So it's actually really good, and I like using both of these because, you know, they're both for different situations. So now we're going to go on to the hand trap section of this format, or not format, hand trap section of the deck, and there's very minimal. Obviously, these could be Ash if you want. I'm just playing Effect Failure because it's just what I have lying around. 3 Imperm, and then lastly, 1 Triple Tactic Sound and 1 Call by the Grave. That's it. A total of 8 hand traps if you add 3 Chinooks. 11, and then Blackbird Close is 12, so, but, you know, not too heavy. And if you didn't want these, you could actually cut these out for Dark Roller No More. You could cut these out for Forbidden Droplet, Evenly Matched, whatever you want. You do not have to play the hand trap package. You can play more board breakers, which I'm actually going to be eventually doing a going second Blackwing deck profile where it focuses on more board breakers than hand traps. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. Alright, so that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. Let's move on to the extra deck. So we are maxing out triple copies of Blackwing Assault Dragon. This card is kind of like the bread and butter of the deck. You've got 2 Blackwing Dragons, 1 Blackwing Full Armor Master, 1 Armor Master, 1 Blackwing Silverwind the Ascendant. This is a really good card with the Twin Shadow. The only way that you're going to bring this out is with Twin Shadow, so that's why he's in here. Plus, he gets to pop 2 cards on the field whose total attack is equal to, or his total defense is lower than this card's attack. So it's 2800. Most cards don't have 2800, you know, for defense. And then Notham, you got your Boreas Storm and the Wicked Wind. and Dispatter, and Chaos Angel, and Draco Berserker. So before I say anything else, the reason I said this is about a $20 or $30 deck, these cards are not, because this is just a casual deck, it's a friendly deck, these cards are not in English, these are Korean and Japanese. Got them for a very good deal, so you can always get these off of eBay or whatever have you for a cheap price, and just get them. They're usually about $4 or so, so, you know, cheap, and, you know, they do what they do. It's because you know what the effects are. So alright, and then we're going to be playing the last two, Y-Strix and SP Little Knight. So that's going to be it for this deck profile. I wanted to show you something that also didn't focus on negates. I know that a lot of people really push, you know, omni-negates. Blackwing has to have omni-negates. Blackwings, sometimes you don't want to do that. Sometimes you just want to play a nice friendly game. You want to play a really good fast-paced game, something that you're going to enjoy, and that's why I built this deck. This is kind of just like my casual Blackwing deck. It focuses on more interruptions than it does negates. Like, it focuses more on being able to interrupt your opponent than it does actually negating anything. If you wanted to, you could play Dragoon or Red Hot Abyss, or you could play whatever you'd like, Kali Yuga, Centaurian with Cosmic Blazar and Red Supernova, but I actually kind of just wanted to play and show you a deck if you just want to play something fun and you don't want to play something super uber competitive, and you just want to play something just straight out of the gate. You know, this is a good deck to be able to play. When I'm tired, like I said earlier in the video, and I get home, sometimes if I want to play, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, I may not want to play all those crazy Blackwing variants. I just want to play something simple, and this is where this deck comes in at. So, alright, so thank you guys again for watching. I always appreciate it, very much appreciate it. If you'd like any of my videos, you can go back and watch some of my previous videos. I try to upload as much as I can. And once again, I just want to thank you guys so much. You all rock. And with that, I'll see y'all next time. Later.